Last time on Square Roots, Red investigates some ye-old identity theft, Thickskin hands out whistles, and a woman is guilty of the terrible crime of being French. Later, we learn that the real beast is the lesbian girlfriends we lost along the way. At least we gotta clap her cheeks one last time. Clasp her cheek with our hand.
Welcome to Square Roots, the classic RPG podcast. My name is Jim Banks. I'm joined by not Matthew Van Zant because he's sick.
I mean, tell the truth, Jim. He's too scared. He tried to play this spooky ghost game, and he got too scared, and he said he's not going to be able to join us for the rest of the series because he's so scared that he pooped his little pants.
Yeah, he's scared both of the ghosts in the game and of the emotions that was beginning to awaken in him with its nuanced character portraits.
Yeah.
He just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, he's afraid of the portrayal of a healthy and respectful relationship between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
That's not very nice.
Also joined by Johnny Lamentation Brandon.
Just call me Umjammer Lammy. And this is the only Umjammer Lammy joke I'm going to make this episode. I'm going to restrain it anytime we talk about Lammy of not calling him Umjammer Lammy.
And joined by Vanessa.
I'm Vanessa, and I am not going to restrain myself when we talk about Lammy. I'm going full throat, all out. It's Lammy time.
And this is a podcast where we play and talk about your favorite classic RPGs one chunker at a time. And this is part 3 of Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. Which I think is just in the loosest sense an RPG.
It's definitely a G. Like, it is a game.
You have stats. You get pluses to you attack and...
Yeah, you can raise your health.
I don't know what
you can
Wrath
upgrade
and Wisdom
your
do.
Equipment.
What do Wrath versus Wisdom do?
I think Wrath is maybe it is has to do with Red's physical attack, and then I think Wisdom has to do with
the other one. They're on
one of them is the strength of her manifestations, I think.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, before we get into full bore Banisher talk, how about we talk about the week's hot gaming goose?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll do the games out this month. That'd be fun.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to do that now, or do you want me to go?
I'll go. Games out this month. Now that it's May, it's a brand new month. I hope you're all feeling May-tacular. Games. There's quite a few games out this month. I thought I brought up a list of ones that sounded interesting. Let's start with 007 First Light. It's a Hitman-alike, but with a James Bond by the Hitman team. Vanessa loves a Hitman, but does Vanessa love a James Bond?
I do love a James Bond, and you know that I do.
I do know that.
But do I love this game? I don't know. I mean, it's not inspiring me to rush out and play it, and I don't know why. I guess I'm a little bit skeptical.
I don't like the looks of this James Bond. He looks like
really
Drake.
Generic.
Yeah.
He looks like Uncharted guy, Drake.
He does. The game looks like it plays like Uncharted too.
Yeah, I think that what I would want from a James Bond game is maybe half espionage and investigating and half action.
The rest is smoking cigarettes and having sex with ladies.
No, I mean not just full on action the whole time. I think that smoking cigarettes and having sex with ladies is part of the investigating. But my fear is that the game will be just too many action pieces and not enough spycraft. By spycraft, I mean wandering around glamorous locations and engaging in dialogue trees.
Yeah, there's
only one way to find out, and that's to smash that pre-order button.
I guess you're right. That's
Vanessa.
The only way to find out what is
the
in
only
a game.
Way.
The video game series won't be saved unless all of us go out and pre-order every $90 game that comes out, like 007 First Light. Or 80 American... I don't know how many American dollars it is.
70 American dollars, usually.
It's our job to bolster the flagging video game industry, and we all have to do our part.
Mm-hmm. Next up is an Annapurna game called Mixtape.
Ooh, Annapurna. I think I have heard of this one. Is this the one that's like set in like the summer in the 80s or something?
90s, yeah. It's
90s,
like a John Hughes
it looks really
story.
cool.
It's full of like real
play this.
licensed songs from the 80s.
Is this out
and 90s.
right now?
It's coming out in a week or two. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, this looks really good.
Yeah, it looked interesting. The art style sort of I don't know how I'd describe it. Cell shaded kinda. Yeah, like maybe a little like Overwatch. I don't know, better than Overwatch, but it's a cool CG look. I'll copy an image into the thing for Vanessa here.
Oh,
Vanessa, there is a Mixtape. It's like an adventure game about teens on an adventure, but it's the 90s. So there's Smashing Pumpkins, there's Iggy Pop, there's Devo.
Oh, this is cool. It's got a really cool, like a really interesting plot synopsis too. It says, en route to their final party together, a perfectly curated playlist draws three friends into dreamlike reenactments of their formative memories.
Ooh.
Players will immerse themselves in the teenage wasteland by playing through a mixtape of joyful gameplay, from skateboarding and flying to taking photos after hours at an abandoned theme park. Hitting baseballs. It's the greatest hits of the teenage experience, from the first kiss to the last dance.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
And I was a teenager in the 90s. It's going to be like my life.
No, yeah. If you listen to Smashing Pumpkins and Iggy Pop and Susie and the Banshees.
Oh, I listened to so much Smashing Pumpkins. I mean, I would have if I was a teenager in the 90s, which obviously I wasn't born then.
Right.
But had I been.
Obviously.
Yeah. I did. I like Tonight. And that one, like, the world is a vampire.
I like that song.
Yeah. Next up, Directive 8020.
What? Yeah, May 12th, right?
Yeah, May 12th. Mixtape is May 7th. Sorry, I was going to look that up. So that's this Thursday.
But neither Jim and I can play it May 12th because we have a pledge to play the Phantasmophobia.
Yeah,
Alan
May 12th
Wake
is
DLC
also
or something like that.
Yeah, that's also the release date of the Phasmophobia Alan Wake 2 crossover event.
Ooh, I want to play that.
So we have to. Yeah, so we got to play Phasmophobia.
That's why I've been playing Alan Wake 2 to get ready for that.
Oh, got to brush up on your Alan Wake lore.
That's right.
Subnautica 2 is coming up. That's that. That first one was pretty popular. It's like a horror-ish survival game.
Have you heard about all the drama with the developer of this game?
Yeah, one of the devs is on a podcast I listen to all the time called Rebel FM, but he can't talk about his work, obviously. So, but I've been following along, like where they tried to the company that was owning.
So the company
Worlds.
that owns the developer, which is Krafton, that also owns PUBG.
Yeah, Unknown Worlds is the developer.
Yeah, they basically went to ChatGPT and asked it how it could, because like if Subnautica 2 released in a certain window, then the staff of the developer was set to get like a huge bonus. Like it was a massive bonus that they were contractually entitled to. And then the Krafton some executive at Krafton decided to like essentially delay the game. He asked ChatGPT how he could avoid paying out this bonus, and he did what ChatGPT told him to do. And they immediately sued him. And I think it was just like a month, 6 weeks ago that it was ruled that like they are going to get paid out their bonus.
Absolutely, they should. Oh, what bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Next up, May 19th, Forza Horizon 6. I'm excited for that. I like these drivey games.
Yeah.
It's set in Japan this time.
Mm.
Lots of real world cars and pretty locations.
Yeah, I bet that'll be really pretty.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think that's one of my favorite current active franchises in gaming.
Oh.
Next up, we've got Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
Book.
Yeah, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
Book.
Yeah, I like saying Book. It's funny. It was on purpose. It wasn't a
Porpoise?
slip up. Shut up. Do y'all play Yoshi games?
Not really.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've played games with Yoshi in it. Does that count?
Yes.
Is this like a Yoshi's Island?
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, it's like a Yoshi's Island, or probably more like a Yoshi's Woolly World kind of dealy. Like the more modern, weird Yoshi platformers.
yeah.
I don't play them.
Is it like a side scroller?
I think so. Yes, it is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fun.
There's Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
I wish I liked those Lego games, but
I like
just
that
don't.
the Star Wars, like that big
bad.
Star Wars one that came out. It's pretty fun, and they're good to
I
play
think-
with friends.
Yeah, I think I'm too nerdy for them in that I like take some of these franchises too seriously, and
Right.
I want like serious stories set in these worlds.
Right. Last up, that I think the only one in the list of other games here from VG Chronicles is on Friday, May 22nd, is Bubsy 4D. How do you all feel about a new Bubsy game?
Completely neutral. It doesn't make me mad. Well, it sort of makes me mad. It makes me a little bit mad because I associate Bubsy with a time in the 90s when like everybody had to have a backwards skateboard, a backwards baseball cap and a skateboard, and to be like, yeah, I'm Bubsy. I'm not like your old Disney cartoons. I'm a cool cartoon. I'm Chester Cheeto.
There was a period of time where like every like mascot character was a Bart Simpson.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, forget the old sincerity of the 80s or the 70s or whatever it is that we're against. Like, we just don't even care. Kids rule and grown-ups drool. I'm gonna slime you. I'm Bubsy.
I mean,
You think so? Like Bubsy reminds you of like the Kid Power movement.
It
and
absolutely
he's not into
does. I think Bubsy goes hand in hand with the kid power movement.
those kids started having too much power.
They gave the kids too much
They did.
power. They
Yeah.
went nuts. They had their like Kids Choice Awards, which was ridiculous. It was just an excuse to dunk hardworking, money-earning adults in slime for
Yeah.
no reason. And then, the spawn of that was the MTV Movie Awards, where they're like, Best Kiss. Yeah, we're not like the Oscars. We give awards for the best kiss.
Best kiss.
I just I don't know. I think I'm craving more sincerity in general. I think we've gone too
Okay.
far into flippant meme culture, and
Right.
it's
What
time to
if-
get back to,
What if Bubsy said ACAB?
then I would be okay with Bubsy.
Okay.
I'd get on board the Bubsy mobile.
Yeah, Bubby's a Bubby.
I love Bubby.
Bubby.
We love
Bubby.
Bubby.
I was gonna say Bubsy's a democratic socialist. Should be fine.
Yeah, Bubsy's the gritty of video games. I don't know why people are so against him.
I just need Bubby to stand for something, Like, it doesn't even
Yeah.
have to be that. Just take a stand on something, Bubby. You can't just live your life, skateboarding around, acting like nothing that happens
Yeah.
on the global stage impacts you.
What do you stand for, Bubsy?
Yeah, what do you stand for?
Bubsy's such
say
a
like
disappointment.
snacks and cool times. Snacks and recess.
Skateboards.
I'm Bubby.
Gushers.
Recess.
So no ironic platformer.
No ironic platformers. I'm saying no to ironic platformers in 2026.
Okay. Fine. Well, Jim, what info do you have to share honking goose-wise?
Oh, yeah. So let me tell you, let's talk about this crazy CEO of the Mind's Eye developer. You guys heard about this guy?
I have.
Former Grand Theft Auto developer. So Mind's Eye came out. It was a huge stinker. Everybody hated it.
Well, the former, like Leslie Benzies, I thought stopped talking after the Epstein stuff with him being really good friends with Epstein came out. He sort of dropped off the face of the earth.
Well, he couldn't keep his mouth shut, I guess. Because,
okay.
So when the game came out and it flopped, that guy immediately went out and was like, the game obviously was sabotaged.
Mm-hmm.
It was sabotaged by Rockstar because Rockstar is afraid of Mind's Eye being really successful because it's a Grand Theft Auto killer. So obviously, like, there's a mole on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way they could have done it. And so what he did was he had them make a DLC called Blacklisted, and the plot of the DLC is that some like Mind's Eye AI product is sabotaged from the inside, and apparently he made the names of the antagonists of the DLC names of the actual developers at the company. Like people that he suspected of being saboteurs of Mind's Eye.
Wow.
And apparently he also he and another guy vibe coded like another DLC for the game that adds like an AI feature and everybody hates it.
No.
Guy sounds like a real weirdo.
AI is terrible. We had our own AI drama just yesterday. We were trying to do something over Zoom, and my headphones kept blocking Johnny playing music because my computer had like a default AI noise filter on.
AI.
Yeah, we don't need computers telling us what to listen to.
Yeah, I can pick for myself.
Mm-hmm. So what are you going to listen to?
I guess you guys.
Whatever it recommends.
Banishers. I'll ask ChatGPT what I should listen to.
Yeah. I think that's it. Is that it for Hung Gaming Goose?
I think. No, there's one more. Vanessa, do you want to tell us about Grogu?
Well, sure. I'll tell you all the information I have about Grogu.
Thank you.
Ultimate Grogu releases April 1st, 2027.
Mm-hmm.
And he can be yours for just $600. That's everything I know about Ultimate Grogu.
Does it look cool? It's a toy. It's a life-sized model of Grogu.
It doesn't look great, honestly. Like, it looks a little bit plasticky to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's because it's not moving. I assume it moves for that price. That it like turns its little head and moves its ears up and down. It must do something.
What does it do?
No,
if it's ultimate, it has to do something.
Oh, it is an animatronic. Let's see what it does.
Whoa.
I'm pulling it up.
Does it have like a pull string? You pull it and
it
then
has
it does
250
like a little dance?
lifelike animations, including expressive head movement, toddling steps, and more.
It can walk.
It's a life-size Grogu animatronic with screen-accurate design. It's 14.6 inches tall. Advanced reaction technologies enables Grogu to respond. Okay, I kind of want it now.
It's a Furby, right? It's like it's a very fancy
Yeah,
Furby.
it can't walk. It can toddle.
Oh, look at it! Look at it go!
Oh, I'm looking at it now too. It's a little bit herky-jerky.
Yeah, it's not great.
But it does.
Oh,
it
but
does
it's like
go.
Oh, you can rub its cheeks.
It blinks. It moves its head.
Oh, that's like not walking. That's lumbering.
I want its ears to like go up and down, and they
do
sort of do.
Do
but,
they? Oh, maybe they don't.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
asking for uppies.
Yeah.
It's like lifting up its little arms.
I'm not spending $600 on this.
Yeah, it really like once it starts walking, its head shakes a lot. Like you can
Like one of those dolls from the 80s that would walk.
Yeah. See, like now it's showing me footage from the movie, and its ears are flapping in the wind and things like that.
It does. The ears
this
do
thing
move.
It has a stiffness to it.
Yeah.
Is Grogu a good character? Like a fun character? Do you guys like Grogu? Do you clap whenever Grogu comes on the screen?
No, I'm not a child, but I'm not against Grogu. I don't have.
I'm not against Grogu.
Grogu is not my enemy.
Yeah.
I went to Disneyland, to the Star Wars land, and I saw that Mandalorian walking around, and he had a Grogu in his pouch, and it made me happy to see it. It was looking around and things like that. I assume maybe it was just like one of these ultimate Grogus it has in there. Grogu seems like he's a little too green. I feel like he needs a paint job. You know, like just knock that skin tone down a little bit. But maybe
what color
maybe
do you
Grogu
want
is
him to
spring
be?
Green. More Yoda green, I guess.
Isn't he?
Yoda was
the same
Yoda
color?
was sick though.
Yoda wasn't sick. He was just old.
Yeah. And he died of a broken heart, just like Padme did.
Yeah. I guess Yoda was also pretty green.
Yeah.
He was a little bit of a duller green than this Grogu. You know, he was a respectable green. Grogu is like
so
a
you
little
don't respect
spring
Grogu?
bud. I
Grogu's
don't
a little-
Grogu. I don't. I feel like at 50 years old, Grogu really should have his shit together a lot more than he does.
Time to stop fucking around and get a job, Grogu. Stop fucking around with the Mandalorian.
Then I stopped watching Mandalorian after the first season. I don't even know if I finished it, but from what I understand, like Luke Skywalker shows up and takes Grogu to Jedi school, and then Grogu just like drops out. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna go hang out with Mandalorian some more." Come on,
I understand.
Yeah, he wants
that.
to go back and hang with the Mando.
I just want, sometimes when you're a little Yoda, you just want to play video games all day. You don't want to go to school.
Well, he needs to go to school. He needs to learn to use his force power for good.
Wasn't
if
it like
Grogu...
a de-aged Luke Skywalker too?
Yeah,
that
of
course.
came and rescued him.
Was it
If
even
Grogu-
what's his face?
had stayed in
It
school,
was Mark
if
Hamill,
Grogu
okay.
had stayed in school with Luke Skywalker, he could have stopped Kylo Ren from falling to the dark side, and that's all I'm saying.
Wasn't this way
Wow.
before then?
What do you mean
No.
how? He would have been around.
It was.
could have,
I guess
like-
it was around the same time because it's post Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Kylo's probably like a little baby at that time. Grogu could have been his little baby friend. He could have like hung out with him. He has all this force power, and then he could have been like, "Hey, Ben Solo, you got like Palpatine Snoke voices in your head. How about you don't fall to the dark side?" And he would have been like, "That's a good point, Grogu. I'm glad you're around to help me out." But no, Grogu
should
just
do
fucked off.
They should do a Catcher in the Rye adaptation, but it's Grogu at Jedi school.
Yeah.
You're all phonies.
I don't respect Holden, and I don't respect Grogu. That's how I feel.
Oh man, is it time to? Oh wait, we gotta plug our streams first. I'm gonna remember to plug the streams.
Okay, do it.
If you type in Square Roots Gaming on YouTube, you will find so many live streams of video game playing. So many.
Mostly Jim.
Mostly Jim.
But not exclusively.
But not exclusively. I'm currently playing Live Alive, which is a game we played on the show that I'm revisiting after I saw it on sale for like $20. and it's great. Recently finished Pragmata. John, I haven't done it on stream yet, but I did try Ultimate Drummer yesterday. I played it for like an hour.
Oh.
It is weird. Super weird. But it's really fun. Let's see, what else? That's all I can think of. We played a ton of games on there. So check that out. Square Roots Gaming. I'm Jim, and I stream at least a few times a week, so check that out. Johnny, what's going on Bears and Games Neo?
Well, I'm still in footage capture times. I'm just don't have a ton of free time to play my footage capture in games, and I'm working on it. That's all I can tell you. There will be more videos in a few weeks.
Where can people find the videos you do have?
Oh, yeah. If you look up Bears and Games Neo, that's the new channel. There's Bears and Games, the old channel, which is still fun, but it's a 15-year-old YouTube channel, so you can check it out if you like. But check out Bears and Games Neo if you like stuff about career gaming history or drivey-shooty crime games, open world games, or racing games, or switchboards.
Cool. All right. Now let's talk about Banishers. It's quest log time.
I'm opening up the quest log for Banishers.
Banishers. All right. So where did we leave off last time?
We got to the Harrows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got to the Harrows. What is a harrow? Do you guys know?
No.
What's a harrow?
No.
I'm gonna look it up. Harrow is that can't be what it is. Harrow is it says to cultivate with a hair. It says a cultivating tool set with spikes, teeth, or discs, and used primarily for breaking up and smoothing the soil.
That's all.
So is this like farmland? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a place with a bunch of farms, which I guess we do see a bunch of farms.
And
here.
and it's sunny here,
farmsteads.
So it seems to have a bit of a break from the curse.
Yeah, they notice that the weather's better. There are still specters around, but the weather's a lot nicer. It's not rainy, it's sunny. And we make it to town, and we notice nobody's around.
No one's around anywhere.
Mm-hmm. We also run into our first ghost wards here in Harrowville. Actually, this is called Harrow's Hamlet, I think is what the town is called. Harrow's Hamlet.
We run
into our first...
I don't like these ghost words.
Sorry.
These ghost words are for jerks.
They're kind of annoying. Sometimes they're really well hidden. And it's really annoying. But ghost wards. When we run into a ghost ward, Antea can't materialize.
Yep. And basically everywhere where you see a ghost ward, there's something that Antea would be able to interact with if she could materialize.
Mm-hmm. So you just got to look around the environment, find the ghost ward, which is like just a little thing made of sticks that glows blue, and then you shoot it. Then Antea comes back. So we get into town. There's no settlers. We go up the hill, and we find a big meeting house like the one in New Eden that is under construction. But we do find everyone in there, and Governor Haskell is giving everyone a speech.
Now, last time we met Governor Haskell was in episode 1, which Johnny couldn't join us for. So I guess the time has come on the show for Johnny to officially announce whether or not Governor Haskell is a Johnny boyfriend.
I don't have a Benjamin Franklin kink.
He's bull-chested, or barrel-chested, I guess you'd call him.
Yeah, but he's a little too... I don't like his hair. You know, if he grew a beard, dressed more hipstery, maybe. But as is, no thank you.
What if he dressed like Bubsy?
Well, Bubsy just wears a shirt, so he would be naked.
If he wore a shirt and no pants?
No, I'm not really into nudity, so that wouldn't work for me.
So he's not a Johnny boyfriend,
No.
is what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
It's sort of like how Norm from Cheers isn't, but someone like did a Photoshop of him with a beard and like longer hair, and he looked cute. So it's probably, just needs to update his wardrobe.
Yeah, you just have a type.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not Fairfax Haskell.
It's not Fairfax Haskell.
Well, to be fair, Haskell kind of sucks.
Yeah, he does kind of suck.
He kind of reminds me of my
you
dad too. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you talk to him, he tells you that the town has been cursed by a witch, and their drinking water has been tainted, and that he would like you to figure out what the deal is and to find the witch or malignant spirit and cast it out and save everyone from dying from gross water. And we get to do another haunting.
Yeah,
Another required haunting.
They clock pretty soon that something in this town is haunted.
Yeah. Did you guys do the Caleb Watson haunting here?
Of course.
Where
don't you have
with
to
the
like...
brothers? I can't remember if
Yeah.
it's the same deal as in the first town where you can kind of do one or the other or both.
Was there another? I didn't find another.
I think there's one other haunting, but it might not be available till after you do this one.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
there's
think it's not
definitely-
available till after.
There's definitely
Yeah.
a bunch available after you do it.
Yeah. So we as we go around town, we hear about this cobbler named Caleb Watson. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people are saying he's kind of disturbed. He's acting differently. So you go visit him, and he's pretty obviously possessed by a real jerk of a ghost.
Well, he seems to be having a conversation with himself. Like, he at some point is saying, like, yeah, now this body's mine. It's awesome. And then he'll say to himself, oh, no, this is wrong. What am I, Caleb Watson, doing? Oh, no. Like, he speaks in a soft, gentle voice and also a jerky voice.
Yeah, it's got a... So we have to kind of figure out what his deal is.
We learned pretty quickly that his wife recently died in a terrible fire, and that his brother died in the fire as well.
Yeah, going to save his wife.
Mm-hmm.
We have to follow... Do we follow, like, some ghost footsteps out to this place called God's Acre? Where that's like a graveyard?
Well, a lot of people
Cemetery?
I didn't follow ghost footsteps. I just followed people saying, oh, that's probably where Lamentation is, because there were some clues. Oh, no, it's because, someone... No, you know what it was? It was What's-His-Face told me to go to God's Acre, because that's where they're buried.
That's right. He does tell
Caleb,
you to go to
yeah.
God's Acre, doesn't he?
And then
he's like,
keeps-
if you want to talk to my brother, you got to go out to God's Acre or whatever.
Yeah. And I will. Thank you.
Yeah, and you do.
Mm-hmm.
I think we sort of poke around the burnt-out house first, right? And
No, you go to God's Acre first,
Okay.
and then you go back, and then you go to the house. The house is like one of the last things, because that's where you find your ghost tie.
oh, you're right.
So at God's Acre, we find evidence that Caleb... Was it Caleb who... I get Caleb and Alexander confused. I think it was
Alexander's
Caleb that did the
dead.
ritual.
Yeah.
But so Caleb tried to do the ritual that they've mentioned Red doing for Antea.
Yeah.
That would bring his wife back to life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's we learned that he had some help doing this, some very sloppy help from Lamentation Haskell. It's the name that we keep hearing quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What a great
Yeah, but
name. Can we just take a moment to recognize what a boss first name Lamentation is?
It is pretty awesome. I like that they call him Lammy.
Mm-hmm.
John, what do you think about Lammy?
He's not great. I feel like Vanessa's opinion on Lammy is what I'm really curious about.
Well, we'll get to it when we meet Lammy.
But, well,
Yeah, we're almost
I
there.
did meet Lammy before this, but you can if you want to go and talk to Lammy.
Oh, you can meet Lamentation before this?
Yeah, he's just hanging out outside your place.
Oh,
The little hut they give you.
Oh. Dang, I didn't see him. So we go to, let's see, how does this...
Well,
oh, yeah,
we sort
so
of find out that he, like, tried
Yeah.
to bring his wife back, and we suspect that something went wrong. In fact, I think we see an echo of him trying to do the ritual and his brother possessing him instead.
Yeah. And we find some evidence both in his shop and in the burned out house that both Caleb was like obsessed with Ruth in a non-supportive kind of way, a controlling kind of way.
Yeah, well, Ruth was dating Alexander, who is kind of the town drunk and had a poor reputation. And then Caleb became obsessed with her because she's like too good for Alexander, basically. And he wrote a letter to Ruth saying, "I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, but Alexander is like cheating on you with every harlot in town. He's a cad. He's no good for you. You got to break up with him." And it seems like she did, and she married Caleb instead. And then she talks about how, in her diaries, about how Caleb treats her well, but also like she's more of a trophy or a delicate object than a person. She doesn't really feel loved by him. She feels worshipped by him in an uncomfortable way.
So these guys kind of suck.
They both suck in
Both
their
of them
own
do.
different
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, and we find the ghost tie in the house, which I think is like Ruth's mirror or book or
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
something in the house.
Heart. It's her heart. It's her heart.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it is her heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's her
And
heart
Alexander's
that was, like,
real mad
thrown
about
into
you
the
touching
fireplace. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you go talk to
What'd you guys do?
quote unquote Caleb, who's actually Alexander, and Ruth is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ruth
and
is
you
also
kind-
in there.
Yeah, you have to kind of bully Alexander into letting you talk to Ruth, and eventually you get through to Ruth, and Ruth is like, "I am in hell. This sucks. I do not
Yeah.
want to live in Caleb's body with Alexander." And Alexander did die trying to save me, and I guess he hadn't cheated on me after all. But then he did like make my spirit come inhabit this body. But also Caleb also sucks because he lied about Alexander cheating. It all sucks. Just let me the heckin' go.
Yeah.
I ascended Caleb or
Alexander. Yeah, I did too. I'm not gonna...
Yeah, me too.
He
He
wasn't
did die trying
jerk
to save
enough.
her.
He's kind of a jerk, but he's not like abusive fortune guy where I'm like, nope, you're not getting ascended. You suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just like,
Banishing fortune was satisfying.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't good to take Caleb's body, but also it wasn't
That
good
was
for
Caleb's
Caleb
fault.
to break them up. Yeah.
He was trying to resurrect his wife and then just messed up, getting the wrong bones, and he kind of made a mess of the whole cemetery.
Yeah, he
in
did.
the process.
He just, yeah.
That's one of the things about these hauntings is that like I've in like Mass Effect, when you do the good thing you're rewarded with Paragon points and the game kind of claps for you. And this game kind of doesn't. When you feel like you're making the right choice, it kind of it always kind of makes you feel uneasy a little bit. And feel
Yeah.
like, did I do the right thing?
Well, usually there's two different perspectives. So not everyone's going to be happy no matter what you do. Like
Yeah.
with when I ascended the guy the blacksmith, it's like his
Fortune Haskell.
Yeah,
Fortune
his
Hayden?
wife and fake guy were fine with it, but he was just like, "But they took everything from me," and you're just like, "Tough luck, goodbye."
Yeah. So after we resolve the haunting, we can go talk to Governor Haskell, and you're like, hey, we think we know who might be responsible for a lot of the weird stuff going on. It turns out it's your son. And he's like, oh my gosh, that can't be true. Take this key, go to my house, see if you can find him. And you go to this house, and you don't find Lamentation, but you do find you find some some notes that says he's been hanging out with like this French demonologist mentor guy, and that they've been doing a lot of demonology or demonology adjacent things. You find a lot of dead animal carcasses around. Who's this mentor? RFK Jr.
Hey,
got him.
All right, that's it for this episode.
It is not.
So what
we
happened
find out
to
that
Etienne? You don't meet Etienne. Was it Roux or Etienne something? You don't meet him this whole chunk.
No,
I was very surprised.
You don't. Spoiler: you don't meet him this entire game.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. I wasn't going to bring it up, but it's true. You find so many writings about Etienne. He obviously is meant to be a significant character, but we never meet him. I was sure there was going to be some twist where he shows up and he's like, Etienne was behind the whole thing all along, but no.
Yeah, or like a haunting and maybe he's dead or something. But no.
Maybe he's being saved for the DLC.
Yeah, that's coming out anytime.
Any day now. So we learned that Lammy has been hanging out at the old mill.
Yes.
The old mill?
The old mill.
From
There's
the
a lot of
Disney
stuff to
cartoon.
do around this mill, too. There's a ton of little question marks that pop up on your map. A lot of exploring you can do here. Are you guys doing all these optional encounters as you find them, as you encounter them?
Most of them. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I do get irritated with like the endless what's it called when you find a pile of bones and you have to manifest them?
Yeah, there's the endless ones that are like combat encounters that you can do over and over again. They get progressively more difficult. And then there are nests where you have to fight like just waves of enemies, and those you can only do once. And then there are elites, which are like the named enemies, named enemy encounters. And then there can be scourges.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And sometimes they're named, right? Or is it always the elites that are named?
I think it's the elites that are named.
I do them all at least once, but with the endless ones, I'm not going to bother doing those more than once.
I agree. They get really hard, too.
Yeah, I guess it's if you like that challenge or if you want to grind up levels, but spoiler alert, I have finished this game and I finished at the max level without really trying that hard.
I have a question for everyone.
Yeah.
There's a meme going around this week about a lady that looks like Sonya Blade. Is it Sonya Blade? It's like an angry-looking blonde lady with blue eyes.
No, that's Erica Kirk.
Oh, I thought it was Sonya Blade. Like she looks so 90s.
I sent that meme to Jalen yesterday.
How did Jalen feel about that?
She laughed at it.
What meme did you send? Show
Here,
me.
I'll put it in the group chat.
It makes me sad that Jalen has to know who Erica Kirk is.
I know.
Let me look. Oh, you sent an image. So that's not Sonya Blade, is what you're saying.
No, that is Erica Kirk.
Although, we don't know. She might be in the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Could be. I mean,
yeah, it's true.
She'll replace Ronda Rousey.
Andrew Schultz is in the new Street Fighter, so.
All right.
So we make our way to the old mill.
It really is. It reminds you of like a what's those mystery boys? You know, the boys that do
The Hardy Boys.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys mysteries, like death at the old mill, or doom at the old mill, or something. Oh, I hear there's a ghost over at the old mill.
That famous old Disney cartoon, The Old Mill, where it's just like the mill in the storm and there's owls and stuff. It's very good.
Oh. Is that like part of Fantasia? Or is it that kind of thing?
I don't think it's part of anything. I think it's just kind of its own thing. And I don't think it's that like remembered anymore, except at Disneyland Paris. They have a little restaurant kiosk based off the old mill.
Oh.
I didn't know there was a Disneyland in Paris.
Oh, there sure is.
Yep.
Kind of.
Euro
It's
Disney.
more outside of Paris, you know?
Okay.
It took a while to catch on. Everyone hated it at first.
Everyone hated it. I went there once in like midweek, and it was a very interesting experience because it was mostly adults there. I don't know why there weren't children there. Like there were a few, but it was mostly just like couples or like groups of 3 or 4 adults wandering around.
It's just French people walking around shaking their heads at like all
basically.
the stores and all the
like,
attractions.
What is this? I think it's doing quite well these days because Europeans don't want to travel to the United States to visit Disney World.
Oh, well, I wonder why.
I don't know.
It's weird.
They're weird.
So the old mill, we find, as we explore it, we find some of Lammy's writings, and he says that the veil is particularly thin at the base of this mill. So as you go down there, after you get this lift activated, you find that Lammy has found he's guarding the bottom of this with something called a sorrow, which you're like, wow, that's kind of like advanced demonology. He's like setting little traps with like ghost stuff. That's pretty crazy. And they find out that he has found a way to travel into the void, that place that Seeker taught us how to get to in the last chunker.
Mm-hmm. His sorrow
really
is like a tornado of souls. Is that how you would like think of it?
Yeah.
It's like a big circulating column of just mass of soul and
you got it.
And
it's one of those things where there's no point in fighting the monsters that spawn because they're endless. So you just gotta hit the power generators.
Yeah, they're like little stems that pop up around the environment that you have to do damage. You have to kill. Mm-hmm. And then you can do damage to the central column. Usually if you just run up and just like do a banish on it, it'll die in one hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do a banish. Come on, Fox. Do a banish.
Along the way, after you get into the void and you kind of start exploring around, you see some more RFK Jr. traps where he's laid out some dead animals to distract the specters around, which is pretty handy because it lets you avoid some combat encounters.
And they're pretty high level. So, there's a good reason because you're like, well, normally I kill these things no problem. So why do I need to do this? But they jacked up their level. They're level 18, which is more than any combat I'd got into so far.
I think they say, are specters in the void more powerful?
Yes.
Than their counterparts?
Their health also regenerates if you leave them alone.
Oh, that's right.
And what's her face is more powerful too.
Antea. Yeah.
I'm sorry for calling you what's her face, Antea.
I would say I forgive you in her accent, but I don't want to do her accent.
No.
That was my instinct, but I'm not going to
That's a good instinct. I think you should listen to it. Oh, wait, sorry. The one to not do it is the good instinct.
Eventually, we find Lammy. Lammy's made a little camp down here.
Well, he's in the void. We destroy the sorrow and we go into the void, and we find Lammy's little camp, which is like a little cot. He has some books in there. He has some more dead animals. And as we're looking around, we start hearing this humming, and Lammy walks through a little crevice, and there he is. And how to describe Lammy Haskell?
He's like a Revolutionary War era, like Rick Moranis.
Yeah,
with long hair.
he is. He's got round glasses, sort of round Harry Potter glasses. He has floppy brown hair. He sort of has tried to grow a beard, but it hasn't worked. So he just has kind of a very thin mustache.
Mm-hmm. How old do you think he is?
I think he's like 17, 19.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
I thought he was like 30.
Well, yeah, I guess I shouldn't say he's 17.
Why?
because of course, I love him. Lammy Haskell is the hottie of New Eden.
Mm-hmm.
He is bookish. He's intelligent. He's curious. He wears a dapper little jacket. He has like a nice collared shirt and a little tie. He does have his terrible mustache, but that can be shaved.
Mm-hmm.
And
You can fix him.
He's just a great guy. He's just a great all-around guy. He wears a beautiful golden necklace and a velvet forest green waistcoat and a nice brown overcoat. And he hasn't done anything wrong, really. At least not from his perspective. And he's very nice and happy to see you. And he's really happy to see Antea.
He sees everything he's doing as like a scholarly pursuit.
Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm just here in the void because I'm, like, doing my scholarly research. And, did I give Caleb a resurrection thing? Well, I would visit him, and he was so interested in hearing me talk about, like, all of the cool occult stuff I was learning. So I guess I kind of gave it to him, but,
I like that Antea is like, that ritual you did was executed really poorly. And he's like, well, I tried.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I did my best.
Yeah.
And he's mostly interested in, like, asking Antea about being dead. He's like, can I ask you a question?
Like that. Yeah. And I like that Antea kind of, like, begrudgingly does. Mm-hmm. She's like, I guess.
And you can, like, keep allowing him to ask questions, like 5 or 6 questions. He's like,
yeah, you're like,
can I ask another question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you
can ask her questions like, can you control when you're invisible?
Can you smell anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lammy.
Mm-hmm. So
we also
you like
find
a guy who's interested in what women are experiencing. I understand this, and he does. I think this might be problematic. He does look like Harry Potter, which you mentioned before with the glasses, but like an adult Harry Potter. So maybe he just looks like what's his face,
like Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, Daniel
There's
Radcliffe.
nothing wrong with looking like Daniel Radcliffe
As an adult.
he kind of looks like a more unkempt version of the guy who is turning into a ghoul in the new Fallout series or turning into something. He kind of looks like that guy a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Johnny Pemberton.
Yeah, he's got some Johnny Pemberton. He's got some Daniel Radcliffe. He's got some Rick Moranis. He's just an all-around little cutie. He's just a bookish little cutie guy, and everyone loves Lammy Haskell, and he did nothing wrong.
Is that going to be the thesis that you're writing after completion of this game? Lammy Haskell did nothing wrong?
Lammy Haskell did nothing wrong.
What do you think about giving the lesser paragresis spell to Caleb?
Well, he recognized Caleb as a fellow scholar and didn't want to gatekeep knowledge. And it's not up to him to, police what Caleb decides to do with that.
Well, do you think he just didn't have the social skills to understand what Caleb would do with it?
Well, I do think that maybe he was interested in seeing what would happen if Caleb did manage to do the ritual. But you know,
like not in a, but in a scientific way.
Yeah. He's not like rubbing his hands together maliciously. He's just like, oh yeah, it would be awesome if you bring her back. Then I can ask her some questions about being dead. Lammy
wants to be a demonologist like his dad,
Yeah.
but he wants to be where his dad sees himself as like an academic. He wants to be more of like a practical
problem solver.
User. He wants to be a wizard.
Yeah, You're a wizard, Lammy.
And he just Lammy sees all of this knowledge as just very like morally neutral.
Right.
Yeah. We also find in the void this like red goop stuff that seemingly has no place in the void.
Mm-hmm. And
They're
Lammy's
like, wow, what's up
there
with this
kind
red
of
goop stuff?
investigating it, and he wants to find the source of it, but he can't.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, how about you guys go do it? I'll stay here where it's safe. You guys go see if you can find the source of the red goop that makes everybody mad. So you do.
So
yeah.
Do we have to find the secret of this ooze?
Ooh, you do find the secret of the ooze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is also a real Ghostbusters 2 homage level.
Yeah. And an homage to Strawberry Jam.
Yeah.
Or gummy bears when they turn into people. They look just like gummy bears. I thought that was
Yeah,
They
they
do
do.
look like gummy bears.
Yeah.
I just wanted to chomp them up. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
The ooze hurts Red to walk in, but Antea can walk through it just fine.
Yeah. So don't waste your time walking really slowly as Red. Switch to Antea and move fast.
That's a good tip.
But eventually we make our way we find a way out of the void, but we find that the red goop stuff has leaked into the real world.
Yeah.
Particularly directly underneath New Eden.
And underneath the Gibb house. You know,
Oh yeah, sorry, not underneath New Eden, underneath Harrow's Hamlet.
Yeah. The Gibb brothers, which is Barry Gibb, Robin Gibb, and Maurice Gibb, they are not only the founding members of the Bee Gees, but they really hate witches.
They do. They hate witches.
Yeah. I don't know if you've listened to the lyrics of Staying Alive where they're like, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I hate witches. They shouldn't talk.
You should burn 'em at the stake or drown 'em in a fresh, clean lake. And it's all right. It's okay to
Kill
pile
a
rocks
witch
on them today.
I think these characters you meet here, well, I guess I don't know if you meet them, but you encounter them, also have cool Puritan names. There's a Clemency Gibbs, which is, probably maybe a 6 on the cool name meter. Mm-hmm. But her husband, Antipas.
Antipas.
Pretty cool name.
Oh, I did.
That's a solid 8.5 on the cool name meter.
I did like the Attica book. I like the lore drops that Antea was giving. Is like, yeah, this book is mostly meant to trick people. The one that Lammy was using, and Red's like, oh, how do you know all this? And she's like, I read it.
Yeah, what does she call it? She calls it, how does she refer to the book? Can't remember the term that she uses, but it was interesting. It felt like a term that I'd heard before. But yeah, we also find underneath Harrow's Hamlet where the red goop is, we also find that a house has fallen through the ground. And the house we come to find, based on some writings inside of it, belongs to Antipas and Clemency Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
2 very grumpy Puritans.
Yeah, those people suck.
Yeah,
They're
suck real
really into being Puritans.
Mm-hmm.
bad. Yeah. They love, and one thing, like, if you want to be a good Puritan, you have to accuse someone of witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of the lady from the Mist. Is that right? The Mist? Yeah. Remember the one who's like riling people up in the grocery store?
Yeah, today's word is expatiation or whatever.
Whether your mother, whether your brother, you're probably witch.
I was going to say, they should be burned alive. Burned alive. Burned alive. Okay, I can't hit that note. I'm not a kid.
You almost did.
Yeah.
So as we explore this underground area, we find that Antea and Red are kind of getting they argue, and I like this argument scene because it gets to a point where Antea refuses to manifest if you hit the triangle button.
Yeah.
Like there's a part where you're looking for clues, you're like looking at echoes and stuff, and there's a part where she refuses to manifest to interact with an echo because she's mad at Red.
She gets so mad. They get mad at each other in an interesting way. They had all this varied aggression, I guess, and I like how Red describes it later. He's like, so years of anger came flooding back, and now I don't even know why. As soon as he leaves, so the goop is bad.
Goop bad.
It's bad. It's the Ghostbusters 2 goop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Same. Well, that was pink goop, I guess.
Yeah, this is like a cherry flavored. That was more Pepto-Bismol flavored goop.
So we learn that there was something wrong. Vanessa, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe we learned that there was something wrong with the well, and that someone named Deborah, I think we've heard that name before, Deborah, was like, hey, maybe we should figure out what's causing the water to be bad because it's probably something gross in the well.
Yeah, she had like a theory. And I think she'd sort of written a paper.
She had written down like her thoughts on what she thought it could be, and they're like, well, you're obviously a witch and we should kill you.
Nobody would have a theory about what is going on in the well unless they had caused it themselves because they're a witch. Case closed.
Yeah, they're like, if you know how to fix it, you obviously must have caused it. And they kill her.
Well, they went to the governor and they're like,
oh, that's right. They put her on trial.
Yeah, we know for sure that this is a witch and you have to arrest her. And he's like, okay, I'm going to arrest her. But, we have to have a trial and everything. And they don't like that. They're like, we don't want a trial. You're wasting time. We know she's a witch. We just got to, do that really cool thing where we put a board on her and then we can all stack stones on top of the board. And then I guess if she doesn't die, she's a witch is the idea. I'm not sure what the idea is.
I don't remember this either. It's something like that. And I like that this event that they're referencing is not just like it's mentioned multiple times. Like what's happening here with Antipas and Clemency and Deborah, it's referenced in multiple ways, multiple times throughout the game, in really interesting ways. I feel like it comes up in certain hauntings, in a really interesting haunting that you can do after this part of the game. Actually,
yeah, you learn a lot more about sort of Deborah and what she was like, and what happened to her, and how culpable many people were in what happened to her.
Yeah, and you also the game puts you in an interesting position of having to like empathize with a lot of the people that are responsible for Deborah's death.
Well, and also empathizing really with Deborah, who, as we know, killed your wife.
Yes, yeah, and you find out that it really asks you to like kind of empathize with everyone involved. Like it really goes out of its way to want you to understand like what these people are experiencing and what they're thinking and what some of them like are going through in their lives that might have like helped them get to a place where they could murder another human being. It's interesting.
Yeah, many of them were starving, they were sick, they didn't have answers, they were desperate.
Yeah, some of them had just recently like lost loved ones. There's a lot going on. But that doesn't apply to Clemency and Antipas because they just suck.
Yeah.
So we get to the end of this section, and this section also has a lot of ghost words too, which really kind of sucks. A lot of ghost words here. But there's a really... This is probably my least favorite of the three, like, main boss fights of each big area of the game.
I might agree, but I liked it at the time. But so it's not that I didn't like it, it's just that the other ones were good.
It's also like the other, like it has, there's the Bane one, there's the 3 power generators one, and now there's the versions of your squad attacking you. One.
Yeah.
I just liked you get sort of big giant jelly figures appear. And they're of the governor and of Antipas and Clemency. And there's like 3 rounds of the fight. And during those rounds, they accuse you of various crimes. They're like, you're guilty of abandoning your wife. You're guilty of, tarrying. Sticking around and all of this stuff. And so they're really kind of using Red's internal conflict to manifest dark versions of Antea and Red.
I was really interested who number 3 was going to be. I was like, is it going to be Deborah? Are we going to find out more about her?
Well, it's having you meet every town selectman so far.
No, but I mean,
so those towns...
because the first one's Red, second one's Antea that you fight, and then the third one is Red and Antea. I thought it was going to be a different person.
It would have been cool if it was Governor Haskell.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any attacks.
That's true. What would Governor Haskell's attack be?
Pushes.
Finger wagging.
Yeah. So you fight the goops. There's 3 different goop phases. It also does this thing where it breaks apart into different goops, and you have to kill the smaller goops before they all mesh into the big goop again, and then it heals itself. But at the end of it, we come to find out that these 3 are responsible for unfairly accusing Deborah of being a witch. And they're responsible for essentially inciting the town to murder. Pretty crazy. That Haskell guy sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's sort of... I guess he doesn't say at this point, but if we can scoot ahead just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we go and confront him, and he says... Yeah, I arrested her because I had to, because there was all this pressure from the townspeople, but I thought she would just admit to being a witch and repent, and then we could all move on with our lives. And whether or not that's like a realistic vision, that's at least what he claims he thought would happen. And then he says, but she wouldn't confess, and things got out of control.
I like this confrontation scene because it kind of plays out, at least in the beginning, like a Perry Mason courtroom confrontation, where like Haskell is kind of up in the pulpit giving a sermon, and then Red walks in, and like everything kind of goes quiet, and he walks up and like accuses him in front of everybody. It's a very dramatic, very kind of courtroom-esque scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a big sort of crux is that they were supposed to have an actual trial, and they didn't, because people were too angry, too out for blood.
Yeah. So what'd you guys do? How'd you handle Governor Haskell?
I told him that he was a bad boy and he was naughty, and the real witch was his son the whole time. And everyone just got, I didn't kill him, basically, is the thing I didn't do. Because no, I promised Antia I wouldn't kill anybody, and we gotta hold firm on our promises.
Yeah.
Way to follow through on your oath, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that as well. And it was, I was worried because Red goes over to Lammy and pats him on the shoulder, and he's like, "Sorry, son, but the town has to know." And I was like, "Oh my God, did I get my precious Lammy killed here? Are they going to
Maybe
think he's a witch?"
Maybe.
But no.
Okay.
It's
One of the
basically
things,
fine.
and I guess we didn't talk about this when it came to the last after the last chunker, but if you rest after doing these kind of story sections, you'll get kind of a little update that's narrated by Charles about what's going on in the area since you resolved the kind of main conflict there. And we get an update on what's going on in the hunting camp, and I think we all did the same thing where we all I think just let both the sisters be. But it turns out that things are going really bad in the village.
Yeah.
I think the sisters aren't working together, and the town is the hunting camp is kind of on the brink of collapse.
Yeah, because the sisters hate each other. No.
Yeah. And you get a similar update depending on how you handle this. I think we all just let Haskell kind of be at the town's mercy, essentially. They just exile him, I think is kind of what's implied in this scene.
Yeah.
But the update here is things also go really terribly here as well. And the town turns on Lammy and Haskell.
Although Lammy
way.
is sort
They don't
of
kill them.
made the new governor, just by default, I guess.
Yeah, but they take all of his demonology shit and burn it in the center of
Yeah,
town.
they have a book burning.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good with it.
No, he wasn't.
I thought that was funny because you can come back to this village. If you rest and then leave and come back, you see all the books burning in the center of town, and you go talk to Lammy, and he's like, "Yeah, that's all the demonology stuff, all the ghost wards, and all the books we had on demonology."
I think they burned
took them
down
all
his
and burned
house
them.
too.
They do burn down his house
Yeah.
too. Because Haskell is out living in that decrepit house that he sent
in
you to go find
Lammy's
Lammy
little
in.
occult
His
shack.
little compound. Yeah. So when we rest after resolving the Harrows, we're visited by a little crow, or raven. A raven.
Yeah.
We're visited by a raven, and the raven speaks to Antea and says, "Come to Ceridian's Island. It's an emergency."
And off we go.
And off we go.
Ceridian's not home, but we find her.
Ceridian is not at home.
Ooh. And we find her and Seeker sort of up on a little hill. Ceridian is sitting on this tree throne, and Ceridian's like, "Oh, I thought I had more time, but I'm just too heckin' old, so I'm just gonna sit in this throne and die now."
Yeah, I'm strapped in.
Yeah.
Can you please fight my boyfriend?
Yeah, can you please fight old Mosshead? We're still not exactly sure what his deal is.
Yeah.
No,
did
the
you
game
never...
does not explain it.
No,
Does
we
not
never-
explain it. And I like when you ask about it, it's just that's Ceridian's business.
Yeah. I do sort of feel like, I don't know, something happened, but old
Yeah.
Mosshead shows up and he's like, "Oh, I vowed to kill Ceridian," and Ceridian's like, "You're too late. I'm about to die here, but just make sure he doesn't break through." So you just defeat him entirely, I think.
Yeah, he's dead. He's gone forever.
Mm-hmm. And
And
then
then-
Ceridian has a very pretty dying, becoming one with her tree scene.
And she's made references to how she's going to be one with the trees and flowers soon.
Yeah.
And Seeker is devastated. She's like, "She was all I had
Seeker
in the
is very
world.
sad.
This is terrible. I hate this."
I like that. One of the things I like about this scene in particular is that it seems like Seeker's dealing with her grief in a really healthy way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you can like ask her, how are you feeling? And she's like, I'm fucking sad.
Yeah.
She's like, but I'm going to be fucking sad for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how honest she is about what she's feeling. And that's the end of this chunker.
Yeah, we still have not weakened Deborah's hold enough on the people of New Eden to be able to return to the town. So next time we have to go to that fort, right?
Time
Jericho.
to go to Fort Jericho. We got to go north to the snowy mountains.
I love snow.
So, Vanessa, do you since you just recently played this, do you is it feasible for Johnny? Do you think Johnny could finish the game by next chunker? You wouldn't have time to do very many hauntings.
Yeah,
I think it would be nice to do 2 more. Should
we do like a hauntings extravaganza?
Yeah, do Fort Jericho,
Okay.
and then after that we'll do a hauntings extravaganza and the end of the game.
Okay.
That sounds good. Yeah, so next chunker, we will finish Fort Jericho. I can't remember the names of the missions, but we'll do the missions for Captain Pennington. Essentially, resolve the curse in and around Fort Jericho.
Yeah.
There's I will say too. I think it might be my favorite haunting in the game is a guy at Fort Jericho, and I would say if you have some time, do that one because
Is it a
rocks.
sexy haunting, like a Dan Aykroyd
No,
haunting?
it's a sad one.
Oh.
It kind of brought me to tears a little bit.
Aw.
Vanessa, do you know which one I'm talking about? The one there's a guard that's on the wall in Fort Jericho, and you have to go find where his buddy...
yeah, that one's terrible.
Yeah, it's really sad.
I mean,
but
it's
really,
good,
but
it's
it's got a happy ending, but
Yeah.
it's very sad.
Yeah. No, there's some interesting ones. I would recommend the shop owner one as well.
Is that Bathsheba?
Yeah.
I think is her name. Yeah, Bathsheba.
No, but I was talking about the guy. The
guy. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy in the Harrows or the guy in Fort Jericho?
guy in Fort Jericho who has inherited a shop. I guess that one's triggered on your way there.
Yeah, that's a really good one too. The one about the shopkeeper in the Harrows is pretty good too.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, check those out. The hauntings are kind of the best part of this game. So if you find yourself with some time, I would say do the hauntings.
Yeah, that's why I think we need a 5th episode for Haunted Police.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So that's it for this chunker. Let's do Squarely Against. Johnny, what are you squarely against this chunkerino?
I'm squarely against the void areas. I don't know why. They just aren't that fun. I don't like the fights
They're
there.
ugly.
But I am roundly for Jim telling me to make sure to look on the screen on what benefits you have, because I did one, and it's like she's got, or like the more hits in a row you get, the more powerful you get, and that's really fun.
Yeah, that is really fun.
Yeah. But yeah, it reminds me of the Void from Dragon Age, and it's like every game has to have an area that sucks. You know? And this is that.
Yeah. What about you, Vanessa?
Obviously, I'm roundly for Lammy Haskell, Lamentation, not only for his great name, but also for his excellent character design and relative dreaminess. Look, is Lammy my top 10 video game crushes? No. But in New Eden, you take what you can get. And I don't think you can do better than Lammy Haskell.
That's true. Where else are you going to go?
Yeah. Am I going to hook up with Caleb, the widowed shoemaker? Forget about it.
Or maybe, I mean, there's that real handsome guy that ate his friend in that camp.
He thinks
That
he's a
trapping
werewolf,
camp.
Jim. I mean, spoilers.
that haunting is so funny.
Oh no.
Oh, geez. So I think I'm the last one. I will say I'm, let's see. I'm roundly for the Caleb Watson haunting. The fact that like the 2 brothers and the wife are all stuck inside one body, and both of the brothers are assholes in different ways, but they're both kind of really shitty. And it just makes for an interesting conflict.
Yeah, I don't think we really got into like Alexander's plan with Caleb's body, which is that he was going to like ruin Caleb's reputation with everyone by being an asshole. And he also seemed to be like slapping himself in the face and like hitting his own hand with hammers and stuff and being like, how do you like that, asshole? And just beating himself up and being a jerk to everyone.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I like these hauntings a lot. Well, before we go, why don't we talk about how we leveled up? Vanessa, how did you level up this week?
I'd love to tell you. Excuse me. I watched a film called Running Man, parenthesis, 2025, parenthesis. It is the Glenn Powell? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Glenn Powell, Running Man. I directed by Edgar Wright, and I did not like it. I thought that it was kind of tonally all over the place. Like sometimes it was a Edgar Wright parody film, and sometimes it was trying to be a sincere film. Sometimes Glenn Powell was like a serious, grounded, down on his luck working man who got put into this terrible situation. But then sometimes it's like, it seemed like someone was like, remember when Glenn Powell was in Hitman and did a bunch of different voices and disguises? Let's have him do that. And so they have him putting on these different disguises and doing different voices in a way that doesn't make sense for his character. And it felt just like, oh, we know Glenn Powell can do this. People like it when Glenn Powell does that. But what I really didn't like about it is that it had 3 different endings, 2 of which were completely superfluous and unnecessary. Like, it had a first ending that was a little bit vague, but kind of fit the theme of the film. And you can just like, I could hear the executives in my head being like, well, we can't end it on something vague and a little bit of a downer. So do another scene where, you know, it's better and he gets a happy ending. And so they do that scene. And then they're like, well, wait, we still have this like bad guy is out there. So we have to do a scene where we show that like, not only does he get his happy ending, but then like he gets total justice too. And they were all just completely wildly different. There was also a little precocious boy character in it that felt like he was taken directly from like a 1980s film. Like just the way he spoke and was styled and his role in the film, it felt like I was suddenly watching an 80s movie. I'm like, I don't understand this little child. Michael Cena's in it, and he seems to not be playing a real person. It's not Michael Cena. Michael Cera? Is that his name?
Yes.
Oh, Michael Cera. I forgot about that scene.
Yeah.
With Michael Cera in his booby-trapped house.
And Michael Cera's like not playing a real person. It's like some of them are playing parody people or like exaggerated characters, and some of them aren't. And it just never quite came together. And then they also have like that wealthy woman who it seemed like they shoehorn in at the end to be like, look, not all the wealthy people are bad. There can be good wealthy people too. Like
people really complained about that. They're like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
It kind of undercuts the message of the entire movie.
Yeah. It didn't seem to have any kind of like actual courage of its convictions. And it didn't feel like it knew what it was doing. It just felt like a movie that was way too interfered with by too many hands.
Yeah,
so I like Edgar
people.
Wright, and I think that probably the more fantastical elements are him, and then like they kind of wouldn't let it be completely over the top in that way. I also played a 2-hour free with PlayStation Plus trial of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That's right. It was finally time for me to dip into my favorite game of 2025, which I have not played yet. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, the sequel to the greatest game of all time.
I played the free trial, and I have not yet decided if I am going to purchase the full game.
That was going to be my question. I mean, it obviously must have made quite the impression if you
well, look,
if you were able to resist.
It's the greatest game of all time, and I'm not going to back down from that. But, is this the right time for me to spend cash money on this game? Maybe it's not, and that's nothing about the game.
Yeah.
But
a Vampire Masquerade in this economy.
There was nothing objectionable about it in how it ran.
And you played it for longer than I thought you were going to.
I played it for my whole free trial, but when it was over, I wasn't like, "Oh no, hit that purchase button so I can keep doing this."
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure I'll play the whole thing eventually.
What did you think when it was over?
I sort of thought time to go to bed, and I did, and I slept really well. I got a 100 on my sleep score that night.
Oh yeah,
so
you did.
It's a good game to play before bed.
It must have been like just the release of tension in your body when like finally realizing the anticipation of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Finally getting to experience it, your body just must have been so relieved.
Yeah, I guess that was it. I guess you're absolutely right. I've been living on the fang's edge, waiting for my chance to get into this game, and I really have nothing to say about it. I didn't like the combat very much, but it looked fine. Like the character design was fine.
Were there any Vanessa boyfriends? Like vampires you were immediately drawn
and
to?
Maybe that's, well, sort of actually. It did have my very favorite thing that a game can have, which is a little friend who's a voice in your head and talks to you and is kind of a silly guy. So, yes, in the sense that the ultimate Vanessa boyfriend are just the men that are in my head, yes, it had the best kind of Vanessa boyfriend.
Like a Great Gazoo-esque.
Like a Great Gazoo, like an Arthur from Journeyman 3.
Yeah.
Just a fun little pal without a body. It's my type. Johnny, how did you level up?
How did I level up? Well, my TV, the big CRT I bought last year, the blue gun is now dying on it, so now it's just black and white. There's no red. No. There's no blue. It's not green for some reason. It's just black and white. So I was like watching Taskmaster in black and white and felt very moody. You know?
I've never tried that. I feel like I ought to, though.
But I found a place that will fix it for around $400, so that's not that bad.
Don't you have like a regular television though?
Yeah, but I like
you
this TV
don't
is
have
special.
To watch Taskmaster on your CRTV.
This is a special TV. It's like one of the best CRTs ever made. Like it's a cool collector's item. I want to keep it in working condition.
Yeah, I'm not objecting to it. I'm just reminding you that you have...
I need a working couch first. So before I spend CRT money, I'm going to spend couch money. I want to get a sleeper couch.
What is a working couch?
Well, how do I explain this without insinuating what happened, Vanessa?
Oh, I see. Like your spring support isn't. No,
that's not what I meant. I just mean like sometimes I go on dates with beefy boys, and little couches and beefy boys don't always mix. And it wasn't a date moment. It was just them sitting on it normally, and it just decided to malfunction. And that can be traumatic. I don't want to blame anyone for it. It's not their fault. It's the couch's fault.
I understand.
Sometimes furniture doesn't. I'm listening.
That happened to me. I was sitting on a chair once, and I'd been sitting on this IKEA dining chair for a very long time, and I think days and days in a row, and maybe I'd like leaned on the legs the wrong way or something like that, and the legs, they just totally buckled, the 2 metal legs. And I'm not the smallest person in the world, but I'm no heavier than your average man. So I found it very surprising that this chair did break on me, and I was a little bit embarrassed about it, even though I knew it wasn't my fault.
I was very shocked one time, and I wasn't even like, I was pretty small at the time. Like I was sub 200 pounds for sure, and I just sat down at like my boyfriend's new apartment, and the chair just disintegrated under me, and I just sort of sat there on the floor looking shocked, while my boyfriend's like, no, it's okay, the chair was old.
Jim, have you ever broken a chair by sitting in it?
Yes, I have actually. I sat down in one of those, those like white plastic lawn chairs. I sat down in one of those, and like I sat down on it, I guess in like a weird way where I put my weight on like the rear of the seat, and the leg like buckled under all my weight, like on the back corner, and the back leg just like snapped.
I've broken
falling
a couple of them. Like, I won't sit on a white plastic lawn chair anymore.
Yeah, those things are death traps.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Otherwise, just been getting footage of games. I'm playing a lot of Watch Dogs and Porsche Unleashed. I found I can't play Porsche Unleashed before work because it puts me in such an angry mood.
What is angering about it to you? Is it unleashing too many Porsches?
There's like a 1-minute test you have to do, but it doesn't recognize you're doing the like spin you have to do about 2/3 of the time, and you have to do 3 separate spins. And I can do all 3 of them, just not in a row. And I was getting really mad. I kept trying to do it before work, and it just put me in such a terrible state of mind. I was really mad, Vanessa. I was really, really mad.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Oh, I appreciate it. And yeah, that's about it. And Jim, you've already leveled up?
He sure hasn't.
Oh, Jim, how about you tell me how you leveled up?
Sure. I went and saw a movie called Hokum. It stars Adam Scott.
Ooh, I like Adam Scott.
Me too.
As a guy who goes to a hotel in Ireland where his parents had their honeymoon to spread their ashes, and there may or may not be a witch that's locked in the hotel.
Do love a witch.
Yeah, I was so like I see this movie was made by a guy named Damien McCarthy, something like that. And he's made 2 other movies that I've seen. He made a horror movie called Caveat, and then he made a horror movie called Oddity that came out just a couple years ago. I wasn't too hot on Oddity. I really liked Caveat. Caveat's actually pretty creepy. Luckily, this one was a lot like Caveat in that it was like it's kind of a ghost story, but it's mostly kind of like a murder mystery a little bit. And it was really good. Adam Scott was really good in it. I was really, because his character starts out as kind of an asshole, and then his character does like a turn, and both ways he plays the character are done really well. And there's such great like supporting characters in it. They're all like Irish actors or Welsh actors. And it's all really good. It's super creepy, and like I said, Adam Scott's really good. I found the movie to be really affecting. So go check that out. Pretty cool. Let's see, what else? I've been playing Live Alive. That's really good. I played a game that Johnny recommended called Ultimate Drummer that's made by Cool 3D Worlds. And it's... How would you describe it, Johnny? I always want to reference some of those old like Adult Swim cartoons, but
yeah, it's like it's made with 3D modeling tools from the 90s. So it's got that like reboot kind of look to it.
That's a good analogy. Is Reboot. It's a lot like Reboot in the way that it looks, and the way that it renders stuff too, with like stuff getting really stretchy, and it's really fun, and like there's just a lot of weird things happening in the game. But I would say check that out. It's like $5 on Steam. But yeah, that's it for me, and I think that's it for this episode of Square Roots. Before we go, I would like to remind our listeners that we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Square Roots Podcast. We just put out a bonus just a couple days ago, as of the release of this episode. We did a like straight to YouTube video. What would you call it? Like game of Swooperty?
Yeah, a video game show where you guys were all the contestants, and I'm the Alex Trebek.
It was really fun. I liked doing it very much, and I'm really impressed with all of the effort that Johnny put into it to make it happen.
I do put a lot of effort.
A bunch of questions. Yeah.
2 full boards and a final.
Yeah, that was a good job. That was a good bonus. So yeah, check that out on our Patreon. We also have a vote live right now for the next game that we'll play on the show. Currently, Legend of Dragoon is in the lead. Our other choices are Star Ocean Second Story R and Marvel's Midnight Suns. And what was Johnny's pick?
Persona 2.
Persona 2.
Let's look at the results. Let's see how this exciting election is going.
Great idea.
Vote for the next game. It looks like Legend of Dragoon is in the lead with 45% of the vote. That's a big margin. But if all the people who have voting rights voted, they could get it. They could,
Yeah, if they could form a coalition and get
around
behind
whatever game they like.
What's in second place?
Persona 2 Innocent Sin. Third place is Star Ocean Second Story R, and fourth is Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Eventually, I'm gonna get someone somewhere to play Marvel's Midnight Suns.
That always fucking tanks in the votes. Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Has it been in the
race
vote
to the
before?
bottom for that one. At least once, if not 2 other times.
It's so much so that people have started to say that I only put it in there to guarantee that it won't win and I won't have to write notes.
Yeah, Jim thought he was doing that with Legend of Dragoon, but
yeah, but people are really kind of stoked about that, I guess. You can do the vote at the $5 subscription tier. The $3 tier, you still get access to all that content that we have on the Patreon. And no matter what tier you subscribe at, we do like to personally thank our patrons on the show every week. I'm going to start us off by thanking Ian Frederick, Crystal, Vanessa Sunny Banksant, Jesse's Mom's Pizza, Cameron Shoei, Julie, Ryan, Chad Wilson, Pope Hat Ben, who is, to be clear, not an actual pontiff, and Artie Pavlov.
I'd like to thank Sergeant Spaghetti, Ari Corpavara, Angel, Cyber Emblem, Friend of DeSoto, Aaron O'Toole, Brie Girth, Seth G, Huxley Iguana, Jason Teams, and Star Healer.
And I'd like to thank John Scala, Cerulean, Tom, I Found Jim's SoundCloud, Robert T, Doomtrain, Jake Dickerson, Ryan Schmidt, Chris Sasaki, and Sol Wagner.
All right,
that's it for this episode of Square Roots. If you'd like to send us an email to have read on the show, we're at squarerootspodcast@gmail.com. Come see us at come find us on Blue Sky, squarerootspod.bsky.social. I almost defaulted back to plugging the Facebook again.
Oh, no.
Go on Discord and ask us for the code and email us. We're most active on the Discord. I don't think you even have a group chat on Discord. Facebook anymore. They got rid of that feature.
We don't. That was always weird when that would pop up. Like, it seems a little intrusive. But,
to be like forced into a group chat. You can still go to the Facebook page if you want to. I hang out there.
But there's no group chat.
We post the occasional meme. Yeah, there's no group chat. You're not going to be in a group chat.
No, but if you're looking for like Square Roots news you can use, that's a place you can find it.
Yeah, it's a nice way to keep up to date with the goings on of the show. John, what else should they do?
Well, they can write us a review on Apple Podcasts. That'd be great. And they can go check out Stephen Morris on YouTube. Links in the show notes to his channel because his music stuff is good. He did the theme.
All right, for Square Roots, I'm Jim Banks.
I'm Johnny Brandon.
And I'm Vanessa.
Bye.
Bye. That makes the show run long the whole time?
Of course.
It's true. But we love it.